Hello, everyone. Wave, you're live, and they can hear me, the disembodied voice of the Velociraptor cryptid Valdriath. I'm here being the voice of God, and just reminding y'all to welcome again to our last game of the evening. Not of, in fact, I'll just turn this camera on so that y'all can see me. I'm still cute. Hi, I'm not Cryptid Delta, but just so I'm not a disembodied voice. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lasers and Feelings, run by the wonderful Mal. We are an Extra Life stream. We're raising money for Extra Life all weekend. 9 games in 3 days. This is game 6, so we are a third done, and about 2/3 into our fundraising efforts. If you can see just right here above me, that says $920.24 out of 1900. 1500, excuse me. What is Extra Life? You guys, Extra Life is just this whole thing in charity. I'm really high. This charity where we raise money to help heal kids for our Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Very particularly, this stream is benefiting BC Children's Hospitals. All donations go to helping families with treatment options, with travel, with accommodations, with making sure that these kids who are sick, who are ill, are getting the care that they need, not just medical, but emotional care and well being as well. It is an incredible organization, and please consider supporting. If you can't support with a direct donation, that you can find the donation link by typing Extra Life in chat. It'll bring you to our team page where you can choose a team member to donate to. If you can't do a direct donation like that, but instead would like to subscribe to my channel, with your Twitch Prime, or not your Twitch Prime, I am meeting all of my sub points for the month of November with a $1 donation. So I think right now I have 64 sub points. That's from last week, as last month as well. But that's $64 that I'm gonna donate at the end of November. Maybe we can get it to 100. Who knows? But yeah, I'm matching all my sub points. So if you got that Twitch Prime just hanging out, don't know where it needs to go, send it here. We'll make Amazon donate some money to help heal some kids. But that's it. Like, that's me. I'm gonna let Mal take over and start with some introductions, and I'm gonna disappear and fade into the background until Ollie gets here, who is just running a little bit late due to work, but we'll get here eventually. Mal, you go ahead and start your introductions. Who are you? What you doing? And all that good stuff.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Archangelic. People in Meat Space call me Mal. I'm going to be the game master tonight, or storyteller, as we've been calling it. We're playing Lasers and Feelings, so I guess we'll just go around and everyone else introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Nash. Today I am playing. Are we doing characters? I okay. We're doing characters. I'm playing 010111010. Basically, it's just binary for zero. The android who likes to shoot bad guys. Yeah.
I imagine I'm next. Is that how it's going?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm playing Lander, Martian Lander. Everybody calls me Marty. I'm a human intrepid engineer. Oh, and I'm Bolt. Yeah, you can just call me Bolt.
Forgot pronouns. Both me and my character use they them pronouns.
Right on. Hey, y'all. I'm Crimson Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are they, them, she, and they. And today I'm going to be playing Luana Lavender, the intrepid envoy. And I'm thinking Betazoidy.
Excellent. We are going to be playing Lasers and Feelings. It's a one-page RPG where you are the member. You're part of the crew of a starship, similar to classic science fiction shows like Star Trek. But let's just get right into this. We close in on the bridge of the USS Raptor, the finest ship in the consortium fleet. Captain Darcy sits in the captain's chair. The ship is surveying an asteroid belt in search of a new life form. Officers bustle around assisting with the search, but this is not where we find our team. We move down and down further into the ship. All of you, your friend, Ensign Chamberlain Berkeley, has invited you to participate in an ancient Earth ritual, a holodeck screening of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The holodeck doors open. The simulation has already started. It's bitterly cold and snowy. You don't see much, but Ensign Berkeley is escorting you in. He says, "Oh, isn't it great?"
It's a little cold.
I do not understand this tradition, Christmas.
Oh, I've read about it a little bit. Christmas is like this weird old earth custom where like they pretend that someone goes into your house and like instead of burgling it in the middle of the night, they leave stuff and it's supposed to be happy.
But the Grinch stole everything. Why did they not shoot Grinch?
You know, I'm not really sure. I don't get empathy from screens.
I don't get empathy, period.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. If you like, I can help give you hints on how people are feeling.
I might take you up on that. I'm more of a shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh. Well, that's precious.
It's supposed to be this cold?
Yes, I borrowed some of the code from a some sort of survivalist training exercise, but it's completely fine. I made sure all the safety measures are on, but I liked the cold. I thought it added to the atmosphere of of the experience.
I'm fairly impressed. Very, very well done.
You did a really good job. I'm picking up some waves of discontentment, and I am a little worried about that, but I also do feel like this joy at the same time. And isn't that what this holiday is supposed to be about?
That's what I'm told. It's a traditional. It is a traditional human holiday where there's supposed to be joy, and also it's a terrible, terrible time of year on Earth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, uh, huh. And what's the deal with this movie?
Oh, it's something that ancient humans gathered around to watch on a very small screen every year. Part of the whole experience is to be advertised to, and this was a way to draw in small children to be advertised to during the season.
Oh yeah, the Dark Ages, capitalism. I remember back when they used to follow that. There
Well,
were
go ahead.
I would, believe it or not, there were points in human history where they were actually more capitalistic than the Ferengi Empire.
Is that possible?
From what I've read, it got pretty bad. It seems harsh, but like, I mean, honestly, the Ferengi Empire just felt like, well, from what I've seen and read, that's how it kind of was in like the 50s and 60s. Well, the 1950s and 60s of of the Earth calendars.
You guys are having that conversation while I'm making snowballs.
Berkeley will say, "All right, well let's get this show on the road." And the holodeck doors will close and disappear, and the experience of How the Grinch Stole Christmas begins with you are on a high mountain overlooking Whoville, and you see them making preparations and singing songs and um, giving strange names to mundane objects like bingo balls and busy bigs and hanging them on trees. And then your your attention is drawn to a green figure who comes and looks over and says, and my brain will catch up to me. And we cut away from this scene for just a moment, back to the bridge. And Captain Darcy is sitting on the bridge. It's the same scene as before, but appearing as if out of nowhere. A dapper, human appearing woman appears on the bridge in full French Revolution era outfit, complete with wig. And Captain Darcy immediately calls for a red alert, which you all hear in the simulation. And this woman says to the captain, "Oh, no need to get all worked, mon capitan. I'm just here to play a little game." And she snaps her fingers. Explosions happen on the bridge. People are blown back. Sparks are everywhere. You feel the ship lurch underneath you. The simulation glitches for just a moment. On the bridge crew disappears. The bridge is empty. And then we come back to you in the holodeck. You feel a glitch. You heard the red alert. What do you do?
Do I have a gun?
I would say you do not have a gun.
Unfortunate. I wanted to take care of this Grinch fellow. And I guess it would become how Zero stole Christmas or stole the Grinch. I say I think we should stop and figure out what that red alert is for.
Computer exit.
You get a error in response. Just a doo-doo. And the Grinch is sitting here and he is on a monologue about why are these people making so much noise down in Whoville. And then you say computer, he hears you talking and he turns around and he says, "What are you doing in my home?"
We are here to investigate for stolen Christmas gifts.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to have you roll for feelings as you're trying to be diplomatic. So you are rolling for feelings. That means you want to roll a d6 and you want to roll above your number.
Well, I have a 2 and I rolled a 3.
Okay. He says,
Wait, I have a 5. I can't. Never mind. Sorry, I have a 5.
Mhm.
So this is gonna end well, I'm sure.
He says, "No, that doesn't make any sense." And he looks to his little dog, Max, which he starts to dress up as a reindeer. He says, "Fine, you will help me take away their Christmas."
Why is it that you want to take away their Christmas? Why does people's joy make you angry?
He sits and looks for a moment and he says, "Never mind, I must deal with the noise." And he goes deeper into his home and starts rummaging for things. Starts like cutting out fabric to make a Santa Claus outfit.
Now, have either of you seen this movie? Do you know the themes of it? Do you know what's supposed to happen?
I
Oh.
assume he tries to steal Christmas, as the title implies.
Ensign Berkeley is sweating and he's panicking. He's like, this isn't right. And he's looking around for a way to stop the simulation.
Is there a way to check to see if the safety protocols are still in place?
Oh, yeah, you can roll for lasers.
I was asking someone else to.
Oh,
do
you
it.
okay? I got you. That was in character.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this would probably be a appropriate time to be an android and do android things, like try to figure it out. Can I get an extra die for being an expert because I am an android and I know computer things?
I can also help as an engineer, maybe.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you can roll. You can roll 2d6.
Okay. Well, I got my number exactly,
Oh,
and I got a 2.
okay. When you roll your number exactly, you get laser feelings. So you manage to get the archway that has the door, but it doesn't look like it did before. It looks like it's like this kind of trellis with like garland and Christmas lights all wrapped around it. The door's there. You get a terminal at that spot, and you are looking, and the safety protocols are null, which doesn't make a lot of sense. They should either be off or on. Basically, what you gather from this is that no, the safety protocols are just not working, or something is clearly very wrong.
So, what is because I get to ask a question, right?
Yes, you get to ask me a question, and I will answer honestly.
What is the best way to move the story forward? Because the story clearly isn't the story anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like you cannot get the door open right now. The computer is strictly not letting you open the door. So you probably should play this simulation to the end because it has a clear start and end. It's not a full simulation like that. So you might just let the story go the way it's supposed to go.
Everybody else sees. Well, everybody sees the door, but then everybody sees Zero like kick the Grinch off the sewing machine and finish sewing his costume.
The Grinch looks utterly dejected and like,
Allow
"That'll
me
work."
to
Oh,
allow
go
me to help sew your curtains into a Santa into a red suit for you.
Yes, it must look like Santa Claus.
Hey,
Fine. I find stick and start tying it to the dog's head.
This I'm gonna ask you. Well, no, I don't call for rolls. That's not how this game works. Unless you're trying to do something. So yeah, you put the stick on the dog's head, and this dog just looks dejectedly at you, like, why? Why are we doing
Mhm.
this?
I'm going to talk to the Grinch. So, what's the plan? What are you doing? Because we might be able to help.
See, if I take away all their Christmas, they will finally be quiet and leave me alone.
That's an interesting thought, and I'd love to see how that plays out for you. Yeah, we can give that a try. What do you need?
Well, I need a Santa Claus outfit, which this nice person here is making for me. It looks like I had, and he goes to Max. Beautiful. Looks like I have my reindeer. Now I just need a sleigh.
Can I ask, how is the Grinch feeling? What are his emotions?
Go ahead and roll for feelings.
All right, since I'm a Betazoid and how many dice?
I would say you are an expert in this. You are you're trying to like kind of therapize him a little bit. So go ahead and roll two 2d6.
All right. All right, my number is a 2, and I rolled a 3 and a 6.
Okay. That's 2 dice succeeded. You do it well. Very good. So you're trying to assess how the Grinch is feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get clear empathy from this simulation. You have a feeling that something in this person's past, this person's programmed past, maybe, has predisposed him to feeling some sort of animosity to the people of Whoville down below.
Interesting.
But you would know that normally a holodeck simulation wouldn't give you empathy.
Mm-hmm. 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 This doesn't feel like a program anymore. This feels real. I think we should bundle up.
Is there something we can bundle into?
Yes, there's various kind of things around old clothes. You don't get the sense that the Grinch himself wears much clothes, but he has some coats and things around in his cave.
I think I'm going to find one of those like old winter coats that have like the big furry lined cap that just like looks way too oversized. It has like the poof balls around the wrists and around the hood. Yeah. I'm gonna toss that on.
So Zero will find just like a woolen sweater just to give the appearance of being bundled up. Because I'm sure they're like central core like processing unit that keeps them alive and allows them to do androidy things, probably also keeps them warm. Or at least the important bits warm.
Yeah.
You should overclock your processor in this cold.
Oh, I will refrain from doing so until completely necessary. Better not to put myself in hibernation during a simulation.
True. Okay. Well.
You said you needed to find a sleigh. Should we look for like a toboggan or larger sleigh?
He says, wait just a moment. And he goes and like pulls a tarp off of an old sled. And he says, this will work perfectly. And he grabs Max and some rope and ties Max to the front of this sleigh.
Do you
Oh,
really expect that tiny dog to be able to pull you?
I need a reindeer. I
How
can't be
about-
Santa Claus without a reindeer.
How about
Hmm.
I tie the stick to my head and be your reindeer?
He goes to the where the other antlers, there's some like antlers on the walls, and he pulls one for you and one for someone else, and he hands them to you. He says, here.
On one condition, you untie Max. Or untie the dog.
He looks at Max, and Max looks back at him with these big puppy dog eyes. And he says, actually, I'm going to have you roll feelings.
Mm-hmm. I did not succeed again.
Okay,
Oh,
so
come on. Let the dog ride with you, Mr. Grinch.
he says, okay, and he puts he has like a satchel, and he like kind of sets Max on top of the satchel in the back of the sleigh.
All right. Hmm.
Are we ready
Well,
to embark?
yeah.
That was a bad dog joke. Ha 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 ha.
I'm glad
It's a pretty
someone's
good dog joke.
You said embark. Sorry, I am trying new programming to figure out how to be more human like.
Well,
I
you should look into the doctor's simulated emotion technology. You know the one. Was over on the Voyager for a while. Like the emotions that he was able to simulate were actually very complex. I'm sure that we could probably get you that upgrade.
maybe someday. But should we run down the hill?
I'm gonna climb into the sleigh.
All
Of
right.
course.
I guess I'll help you pull.
Yep. He ties ropes. He gives you the rope to tie. He doesn't tie you up, but he'll tie the other end to the front of this sleigh, and he will pull out a big whip and like crack the whip above you.
He's surprisingly heavy.
Yeah, he's surprisingly dense.
Hmm. Okay. Now, Mr. Grinch, why is it important to you to take away the singing? It sounds very cheerful.
And yeah, this whole time, yeah, you've heard the singing of the people down in Whoville, who are just going about their day, doing their things. And he says,
All right.
I feel like we're all humming along to it by now.
mm-hmm. It's been like constant this whole time. And Berkeley is at the terminal at the door, just like incessantly punching numbers, trying to cancel this simulation.
Hey Berkeley, you should just join us for a sleigh ride. I think we're in this for the long haul, bud.
Oh, this isn't good.
Are there any pitfalls that we should be looking at in this simulation? What should we be watching out for?
There shouldn't be anything dangerous. I just don't know anymore. This isn't how this was supposed to go.
Berkeley, your safety protocols are off. We better just keep going.
Okay. And he will get into the sleigh and immediately go into the fetal position and lay down.
I do have one question that's burning on the top of my tongue. Is this the Jim Carrey Grinch or the old cartoon?
Or
So-
yes.
So far, it looks like the 1966 classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay. Cool.
I was
cool.
asking that, but I was like, my character wouldn't have any knowledge of that.
I was just asking what I was looking at so I would know how my character should be
Oh, right.
acting. Yeah.
Yes. I think unless somebody stops Zero, Zero is gonna start running down the mountain.
Okay. Yeah, there shouldn't be a roll for that. That you start pulling and it slides and it crests over a rock. And you two who are pulling go down, and the sleigh just like tips slowly on the edge, and then eventually falls completely over, and down this hill it goes. And the faster things go, the more things glitch a little bit. And you see like Max completely just falls off the back of this sleigh and just is left behind as you are tumbling down.
No, but Max was in my lap.
He's gone. You let go.
When it glitches, what am I seeing?
You're seeing like spots where like rocks should have loaded, or like snowbanks or trees, but it's just like the like kind of like this background.
The holodeck grid? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like things aren't able to load fast enough, or something's not quite right.
They didn't work on the rendering enough. I get it. I get it. What am I feeling?
You are getting intense anxiety from Berkeley. It just like is oozing off of him. You are getting this single-minded focus off of the Grinch, who hasn't noticed that Max has fallen off the back. And I don't think you can get anything else. There's no other. I mean, what are the other people feeling? I don't know if Zero gives off any empathetic waves or anything.
Zero does not understand empathy. Therefore, you probably get like if Zero had an aura, it'd probably be like either non-existent or black.
Okay.
You're getting concern off of me, but it's mainly I think you probably recognize that as like somebody thinking about the problem as opposed to like being overly worried.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Grinch guy. Your dog, it fell off. How do we stop? We need to save your dog.
And you feel like this intense wave of like fear off the Grinch as he pulls on the reins, which doesn't do much to y'all. Yeah. And he just kind of tips the like sleigh off to the side, and you hit a snowbank. No one's seriously hurt, but like you tumble all over this snowy area. And he says, Max, where is he? And he starts looking through the snow.
No, he fell back there. He's up there. We need to climb if we want to get him.
Berkeley,
I have no idea how to approach this.
Berkeley pokes his head out of a snowbank. He says, computer in program, by my authorization. And the whole thing just like glitches for a moment and then starts back up. And it says, enabling program, Berkeley 3. And these holographic copies of you three come up and start patting Berkeley on the back. And he says, Berkeley, aren't you looking good today? And Zero says, not Zero, says, we love you and value your friendship. The not Marty says, we want to invite you to our poker game. And he says, computer, stop.
Not Zero's my hero.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and be like, hey, you know you are a valued friend and that you deserve to feel like you make significant strides in your daily life, right?
He just turns beet red and he's like, you're not supposed to see this.
Well, I mean, I can feel your apprehension on this, and I just want you to say that even though this specific instant isn't something I've come across before, I think it's perfectly natural to look for reassurance from your closest proximity people.
I, for one, think you are awesome at programming things. You should keep on trying.
Berkeley, I have some ideas, but you have a standing invitation to the poker game, right?
With that, he cries. He says, "No one told me though. I wasn't sure."
You were always there when we talked about it.
Yeah, but most people don't like me. Every time I try to do something, something like this happens.
Maybe I will
Hey.
try cheating on your behalf. Cheating so that you win more. Wait, did I? Oh, I am not supposed to talk about cheating. That's not a thing people do, huh?
So that's why you keep winning.
Well, I mean, between the two of us, I mean, I can't help it. I can just feel everyone's emotions with their cards in their hand. So that's not my fault that I understand when someone is bluffing.
It's a very tough table. But I have some ideas about this getting out of this simulation. Berkeley, how much like of the holodeck processor is being used to display all this? You remember if you were like maxing it out or getting close?
He says, "It shouldn't be maxed out. It was just a simple, like, hollow movie. It wasn't supposed to be anything. I mean, I had the cold, but that was just more for ambiance."
I've noticed that when we have moved very fast, there have been some glitches, and you've been able to see into the kind of main room. And maybe if we overloaded the processor a little more, we could slip through one of those glitches into the main hall and get to the door.
He says, that's not a bad idea. Um, what's interesting about all this is that you've been like going at high speed. The door has been stationary.
Oh, great.
It never went away.
It still sat there.
Yeah.
But it won't work from here.
No, it doesn't seem to.
Might work from inside the room. Like, I mean, we're in the room, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
From behind the simulation. Hmm.
Well, should I start taking off down the hill again, Marty?
The Grinch comes at about this time and says, You did this to my Maxie. You will help me find him."
I would gladly help you find him. I think it's super important that we do find your dog. I don't know. I'll help you. And jeepers creepers, I have no idea how we're going to get this story back on track. Tell you what.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
What if I go steal Christmas? While you go and try to find Max. Yes, I'm splitting the party.
That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. With the situation that's going on in the holodeck right now, I don't know how well it's going to be able to render everything properly. According to what
Luana,
Marty said.
Anna, I thought we were trying to break out.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. But I don't know. This feels really real, and I feel like we have to let the Grinch learn whatever lesson is supposed to be learned here in order for the story to actually complete.
Well, I was getting to the Grinching part. You find Max and join me, and we Grinch together.
Yeah, okay. Does
Have
that
we
sound-
tried calling Max?
Oh, that's a good point. Here, Max. Come on.
You hear the faintest little oh,
Come on, puppy.
and you just hear whimpers.
Oh, well, at least we can hear him. We know where he is. We can actually make this happen really quick then. Would you like to come with us to find your dog really quick, Mr. Grinch?
He says, "Yes, that's what I asked you to do."
All right. Just keep calling out to him. You're his person and he loves you. And like, if you're with us, he'll be happy to come.
Okay, so you all set off with the Grinch to find Max. We jump scenes a little bit. All right, so let's see. Yeah.
Yay!
Sorry, a lot of issues.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for everyone here?
Son of a every time. All right.
I'm muted on Zoom so they can't hear me sing, but we're gonna get an Ollie jumping into Google. Admit. All right, there you go. Now you can start talking.
Yes. So, do you want me to introduce myself like as me or my character? What do you want?
Both.
Both. Perfect. Well, hi, my name is Rula Alejandro Gonzalez Rodriguez, but you can all call me Ollie or Lycus. It's up to you. My character is Shorts T. Cirque, and he's a sentient android or robot who came off the assembly line to follow his dreams of being a space cowboy pirate man.
So you were
Son of a bitch. Why?
we'll get it.
Yeah, Shorts T. Cirque at your service. Oh gosh.
So
I'm sorry.
Ensign Cirque, you were on the bridge of the USS Raptor. You were helping out the captain. You were exploring an asteroid belt, and a woman in full French Revolution era outfit, like complete with wig, showed up, snapped her fingers, and suddenly you were in like a Versailles style mansion with a big throne, and she was sitting on top of it and like, "Mon Capitan, you must answer for all of your crimes, all of humanity's crimes." And it's this whole like mock trial going on, and she says, "Oh, there's far too many people here though," and snaps her fingers again. And Shorts T. Cirque, you show up in a very, very cold, icy, rocky place, and there is a little dog with a like a stick just tied to its head in the snow, scared.
Okay. I want to pick up the puppy, and because I'm a production robot, my right hand kind of just plops out, and a little like torch comes out. But I have it on low just to warm up the poor puppy.
The puppy like takes a step back from you, but it's not looking at you. It's looking behind you. And we'll come back to that in just a moment.
I'm gonna fight the Grinch.
So back to the rest of our crew. You are all following the Grinch, looking for little Maxie, who has uh, fallen off the back of the sleigh, and you you crest over some rocks, and your hands are getting very cold, and maybe a touch frostbitten. It's not very hospitable here, and you crest over, and you see three of these like abominable snowmen type creatures. And another one of your friends who was supposed to be on duty. You don't know why he's here, but Shorts T Cirque is down there facing away from these abominable snowmen, lighting a torch next to a dog, next to little Max.
Well, I'm going to think the abominable snowmen are bad guys, but I don't have a gun. I would like to throw snow at the abominable snow persons.
Hey,
Don't you
what are
think
you
that'll
doing?
make them
Don't
stronger?
don't cook that dog.
He turns over, and in his face, like it's just a little screen where his face should be, and it just was like a little smiley face, but it turns to like a big pot over a fire with a little dog hanging over it and a question mark.
No.
Cool.
I'm throwing a snowball.
Okay. For lack of something better, roll for lasers.
I got a 1 and my number is 5.
It doesn't do anything to these creatures, and Berkeley says, no, this is a military simulation. It wasn't supposed to come in and out this code. It wasn't supposed to be like this. And one of these
Berkeley, and you
creatures,
didn't
oh, go ahead.
Berkeley, and you didn't think to make sure that at least one of us had a gun in your code?
We're off duty. We're not supposed to. You're not supposed to bring guns on the holodeck. Not after the last time.
Well, we're about to be turned into abominable snow people.
What do you mean after last time? Don't you remember when Genghis Khan became real?
Yeah, there was also that time there was like some Victorian guy. I don't know. Somebody really needs to make these holodecks a little safer, just a little.
I mean, I feel like they work like 99.7% of the time exactly how they're supposed to.
I think that that ship has blasted off. I think that is the human phrase.
So this snowball,
Like everybody's adding me about how safe the holodecks are. I'm an engineer after all.
So
the
this
snowball,
abominable snowman is just like behind me, right?
there's 3 of them. They are all behind you.
Cool. I have the puppy in my one hand with like my torch out. I want to like fully turn my body, but like not my legs, just all the way around, and make like an angry face. I reckon this is not enough space for both of us around here in these parts, sir. And it catches on fire a little bit, switches to the other hand, sir, and then while facing them, just sprint in the other direction with his legs.
The Grinch like starts bolting at full speed. Maxie, no!
I don't know. He's not looking to fight no abominable snowman.
But you have just drawn the attention of these creatures to you, and they are now coming after you.
What emotions am I feeling off of these creatures?
Let's see. I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll for feelings. You get to roll 2 because you are an expert in threat assessment.
I got a 2 and a 6, so I got a laser feelings
Oh,
and a
nice.
6, which is a success.
Awesome. Yeah, so you get to ask me a question that I will answer honestly. I mean, you get aggression off of these creatures right off the bat from the
Yeah.
success. So, but you get to ask me a question about what's going on.
How can I de-escalate the situation so no one gets hurt?
You are guessing that this is some sort of military type simulation. The solution probably wouldn't just be fighting these things. There might be something in the environment that can disable them, stop them, something like that. Something about the situational awareness can be probably used without anybody getting hurt.
Mm. Okay. Is all I'm feeling aggression, or is there like hunger there or anything like that?
I'm going to say yes, you get hunger off of these creatures.
We need to find something to feed him, everybody.
I hold up the dog as I'm running away with it.
No.
Not Maxie. No.
Okay. I provide only option.
Still on the side of a snowy hill, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like this is a kind of mountainous terrain.
How much noise do you think we can make? Enough to start an avalanche that might cover them.
Berkeley
I don't know.
says-
I try to make a lot of noise. I don't know
So, yeah.
with what.
Yeah, with what? What would you? How do you want to do this? Like,
Well, I'm probably still by the sleigh. I haven't been
Yes.
chasing anybody. So I don't know. Is there anything? What's on the sleigh? We have
you're
The
looking
sleigh
at the
itself.
sleigh now, and it's kind of broken. It's like pieces of it are a little shattered. It's mostly functional, but you can like pull something off of it if you wanted to.
yes. I'm just ripping a plank off of it and just whacking it up against itself. I've heard that noise can cause avalanches, so I'm just trying.
All right, go ahead and roll for lasers.
Hmm. I got a 5. I am a 5. So
That's laser feelings.
yeah.
You succeed. So and you basically just start knocking this like you have two pieces of board and you're just knocking them as loud as you can, and the echoes just kind of build up in this place, and then you feel the rumble of a snowbank just coming loose, and the it doesn't look like the avalanche is going to come directly for you, but it's enough to scare off these creatures. They don't want to be around in this like kind of valley when snow comes down, so they just scatter. You also get to ask me a question and I will answer honestly.
Hmm. Let's see. What course of action do you recommend that we take right now?
Well, if you're trying to end the simulation, you need to figure out some way to get out of this place and get down into the town of Whoville. You scared off the Yeti, and the Grinch is running away from you as Ensign Cirque is running away with Max.
All right. So I'm just
It-
going to yell to bring the dog back.
Yeah, if the abominable snowmen just kind of leave, he'll stop running like a coward. I was merely protecting the asset, sir. Presents puppy.
He just takes him away from you and he says, "Are you okay?" And he just like holds the dog. The Grinch holds the dog away from you. He says, "My little Maxie."
Glad that we were able to help get your dog back. How are you doing, Anton Cirque? How did you get here? I thought you were on the bridge.
Uh, mm, uh, he starts recanting, sort of like, lady showed up, whatever. But like as he's talking, you just see like the actual video of it on his face mask.
Oh wow.
Oh God, dang it! It's the queue again.
And Pierre, so
So we get out of here and shoot bad lady.
I don't think that physical anything really works against the queue. They're kind of like god beings. They just do this kind of stuff for fun. I don't know.
Well, that sounds silly, but I think I am ready to keep running to get out of this snow.
Let's go.
Cirque, you're really fast. You should run with us so that we rip holes in the holodeck simulation.
yeah, I would love to. Can I try to roll something? Because I haven't rolled yet and I want to fuck shit up.
Yeah. So did you pick your number? Because I don't think you told me. So I didn't have.
Yeah, I picked 3 because he was full robot and then gained emotions. So I feel like somewhere in the middle is just technically right.
That's perfect. Yeah. So what is it you're trying to do? Because that would
I-
determine what you roll.
I want to like overclock his legs so they'll just spin at the fastest speed they can and just bolt. So yeah, I believe that's science or lasers. So
Yeah.
that'd be rolling under a 3.
Yep.
There
Roll
you
for
go.
lasers.
And that's a 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is a success. Okay. You start running and you always start like the holodeck kind of simulates you moving away, but you also see the archway is still stationary to you. It's a little hard to comprehend with how fast the scenery starts moving, but the rest of you see Ensign Cirque can just blast off towards Whoville to run as fast as possible. And initially, you don't see anything happening. You feel your joints start heating up, and like on your little heads up display, whatever you get your little readouts in, it's like you get a heat warning. But you manage to, the whole thing just glitches out. And you are in kind of the holodeck grid. And you were kind of looking into, it looks like you're looking into a snow globe. Kind of. The perspective is weird, but you can see the simulation still happening. But you are in the holodeck, and the rest of you just see Ensign Cirque just blip out.
Oh dear, I made a mistake again.
Oh dear, I made a mistake telling him I thought we were all going.
Should have attached me to the sleigh.
Okay, I think.
But
Well, first we need to get back to the sleigh.
I think our theory might have been correct though.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I think they were way out of sight before I saw anything happen.
Another detail that I did explain earlier: the archway in the simulation looks like a trellis with like garland and Christmas lights. The doorway in the holodeck you're in looks normal. You just see the terminal and the door.
Oh.
Can Zero call out to Cirque and be like, Hey, try to get us out of here. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna yell at you like you can. But okay,
Oh.
thanks.
That
Is there by chance a radio line where all the androids just kind of hang out to talk shit about the humans?
I'll allow it.
I like that. Yeah. Or like an Android only BBS board.
Yeah.
And so you see Zero pop in. Hey, Stark, if you could see this, please let us out. I was hoping you would take all of us. I forgot to mention to grab onto the sleigh. Whoop, my bad. I'm trying this human emotion thing. I'm not very good at it yet. P.S. That was a P.S.
So is this like text based?
Yes.
Cool. Am I able to respond? Did I get the message?
Yeah, you get the message.
Okay. So he responds with sorry, didn't think. Sometimes forget to think. And at the end of all of his sentences is just a cowboy emoji. And he responds like everything that he possibly can replaces with an emoji. So it's like found any snow globe, but it's just snowman, ice, glass. And he asks, I think you're stuck inside. Should I? And then it's just like bull plate. Should I China shop it? And yeah, he's asking questions.
Because you started using emojis, Zero is going to use an emoji back to you. Only their emoji conveys exactly what they mean in the least number of emojis possible, and it's just a thumbs up.
Cool. In that case, it's gonna smash the snow.
Okay.
No thought had empty snow globe smash.
I'm gonna have you roll lasers just because I need something to determine how this works.
All right. Can I argue feelings? Because I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, well, you can do feelings, absolutely.
This is a gut check. Okay, perfect. That's a 3. I need to get a 3 or higher, right?
Yeah, that's laser feelings. You get if that's your number, right? 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you succeed very well.
Okay.
Your hand goes through the simulation, and you hear the computer say, "It like the whole simulation like freezes, like stops, and it just says sinking, 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 and the simulation comes back out into full view of you, Cirque, and Cirque pops back in, but the archway is now correct. It's not this decorated one. And the simulation starts again. The snow is flurrying around you. The wind is bitter and cold.
I think I broke something.
Also, you get the advantage of asking me a question that I will answer honestly.
Okay. When I busted the snow globe, what actual like thing was that? Was that like a representation of like a place in like a simulation inside a simulation?
Yeah. So what it was basically this simulation had become out of sync with the rest of the holodeck through maybe some power surge or something, and you fixed that issue. They couldn't get through the door because the door was just a simulated terminal.
Well, upon further inspection, I determined I fixed the problem. And he's pointing to the door.
Are we back at the top of the mountain? Or it just restarted like at the same point?
You're restarted at the same point, but the door is now looks like a normal exit to the holodeck.
Okay.
Maybe. Holodeck, end program.
Boop.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like it worked. So I guess, do you want to help us see this story through to its natural conclusion? Do you happen to have any data storage on what the moral of this story is supposed to be?
Um, hmm. What's the most similar cowboy movie to the Grinch Stole Christmas?
God,
I think we should make one up about how like Billy the Kid became, Billy the Kid, but Billy the Good Kid.
There's been 6 centuries of cowboy movies. You get to pick.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with The Grinch, but I know the famous tale of the good boy Billy, Billy the Kid, in which he killed Christmas, but brought it back for all to see. I believe the moral of the story is everyone likes presents, and we should give them their presents.
No, if you give them presents, then they'll sing songs about their presents and play their horns really loud and make noises and drum.
Yes, based on 300 years of research, that is fun, joy, love, human, good.
I agree that it's good, but it seems to be an issue for this particular person. And I'm sure that there's supposed to be a lesson in here somewhere. And I know that we have to move the story forward because, that's the only way to move forward. And I don't know how to get out besides that. So I think we should do whatever this guy's plan was so he can learn his lesson and then we can actually get out.
So we become Billy's entourage, and he puts up some fake guns.
Did any of us check the door to see if it would just open? Because the simulation doesn't have to end for us to leave.
Where is the fun in that?
Ha ha ha! Got you. I go over for an Android high five. The robots on this ship seem extremely unhelpful.
I go check to see if I can get out the door.
The door opens.
Okay.
Lights are flickering. It's in emergency power mode. The red alert lights are flashing.
Perhaps we should fix the ship and rescue the captain.
That might be a good idea. Hey, Mr. Grinch buddy, good luck stealing Christmas or whatever.
Wait, where's Berkeley? We should carry him out of here.
Yes.
Berkeley,
But also,
oh, go ahead.
oh, but also Zero has started humming the song from the end of the movie, but it's a quarter, quarter of a tone off, because they're trying to be human and failing mostly.
So the Grinch is just looking. The Grinch looks out and says, "Okay," and starts to get the sleigh set back up and get Max tied to it.
Can I pull the sleigh out of the simulation through the door? I don't know how any of this works. As an actual person, I've never watched Star Trek.
I think
Typically, the simulation has to stay within the holodeck. But if you want to try, you are welcome to.
I do. Let's bring Christmas to Q.
So you pull the sleigh right out of the simulation doors. Berkeley has a full panic attack about this. He says,
I imagine I'm rather dismayed as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not supposed to work like that.
The power of Christmas overcomes even Billy's dark, dark heart.
Okay.
The Grinch starts cautiously, walks behind you, and looks out and he says, "What are all these? Pentukas, Pampunas? Flifferbloofs?" And
Sir,
he
I
That's a
believe-
slur. No.
I believe he's having a malfunction.
God bless you. That's what we say to humans when they sneeze.
he pulls the bag and he says, "This must be more Whoville nonsense." And he goes to one of the panels and just rips a light off the panel and starts shoving it in the bag.
Mm, I've made a mistake again, haven't I?
How do we deal with a sentient computer program that wants to steal Christmas, finding a spaceship and ripping it apart? How do we do this? How do we do this? Please, Martian, Marty, how do we do this? What do I do?
I feel like I don't know what to do either at this point because I thought we were getting out of this thing.
And now it's coming out with us.
Yeah. I've never experienced this problem before.
I've heard about some of these, but I didn't think it was real. I thought it was just like something that they told the cadets to make them like paranoid and scare them a little bit. I didn't know it was like real.
It was definitely not in the training manual.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stop the Grinch from stealing all the LEDs from the consoles? As if they are Christmas lights?
Well, we should try.
Zero is gonna walk up to the Grinch and try to grab him by the shoulder.
Okay.
Let's fight the Grinch.
Roll for lasers. Or feelings. It's up to you, but
Lasers.
lasers.
But if you hug
I
wrestle, that's feelings.
Unfortunately, I got a 6, which is above my number.
So you go to reach for him and like his hands are on a panel and you pull him off, but a panel opens up to reveal even more lights inside. And he says,
no.
"Oh no," he just grabs at all these crystals and everything inside these panels. Sparks start flying.
Oh no, I think I messed up.
Me
I'm gonna
too.
walk up and push him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't just go into people's panels and steal all of the lights."
Should
Decent.
combat initiate, and my torch comes back out.
He says, "If I take away all this Christmas, the noise will stop." And the doors are open and you still hear the, the song in the background, the Fahu Forest.
This isn't your Christmas. Go back in there and it'll be fine.
He opens a Jeffrey's tube and he says, "Chimney, this is how I'll get in."
No, I'm gonna try grabbing him. I'm not gonna let the Grinch frickin' roam freely around a spaceship. No.
Let him slither about.
Yeah. No, full on. Like he just, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna say you can try and restrain him. I'm gonna say it's feelings, but because we'll let it happen this way. Yeah.
Well, we can make it lasers. I don't care.
Yeah, this is not a combat oriented system. So go ahead and make it lasers and we'll see how it goes.
That's a 5. That's way over my 2.
Yep. Yeah. So
This is how the
Um,
story ends, guys.
yeah, he does do that slither thing where you go to grab him and he just slithers away, and you're like, that's not anatomically correct at all.
Oh,
Mr.
I think we have to hunt a Grinch.
Hey,
If he-
Mr. Grinch, sir. I know humans are strange, and I think you're cool. Please stop.
I go and grab the dog
Okay.
and
pick
I
up Max?
say, yeah, and I pick it up and I say, Grinch, I've got your dog.
He says, Max, and he
And
says, go ahead.
I start taking Max back into the holodeck.
Okay. Roll for feelings.
Hmm. I got a 2. I am a 5. So I don't know.
You want to roll over your number.
Yeah,
so-
well, that didn't work then.
It works. You manage. He does like come back and follows you into the holodeck.
Oh, all right. Good. The Grinch will go wherever the dog goes.
Wait, are you suggesting right now that we bring the dog up to the deck? That way the Grinch and the Q have to interact with each other and see how that turns out?
I wasn't actually, but I think we are now. Yes.
Awesome.
God cannot defeat the power of Christmas. Kill Q with Christmas.
Or kill Grinch.
With Q.
Maybe we should wait until we finish the simulation and then take the Grinch who's learned his lesson to the bridge.
That's not a bad idea. Let's do that.
Berkeley says we can try and find Cindy Lou Who.
Who?
And the hoo. Damn it.
Cindy Lou Who.
Everyone.
I said who again?
Who is the who?
I heard it is an ancient human band.
I say what's on second?
Oh, that is a good sketch from ancient human history.
Berkeley says, yeah, this whole story culminates with Cindy Lou Who and the Who's of Whoville having Christmas even though the Grinch stole everything. And he turns to the Grinch, he says, sorry for spoiling it. And the Grinch is just looking at him very confused.
Well, this movie is ancient history. I thought the rule on spoilers was like a year or more.
So at the end of this movie, you're telling me that the Who won't be fooled again?
If there was HP, I'd make you take a point of damage. But anyway. Berkeley says it's maybe worth a shot. I don't know. I'm going to be an ensign forever. No one's going to forgive me for this.
I mean, this is probably the most valuable training exercise we've ever done, even if it's for real.
I mean, honestly, though, as well, I don't think that your apprehension in this situation, your fear in this situation is warranted at all. If we have a loose Q on board, they probably did this. I don't think you should beat yourself up.
I don't think you will be anything but an ensign if you keep that attitude up.
I don't know. I just got here.
Well, let's go find Cindy Lou Who. Or steal Christmas, or whatever it was we were supposed to be doing. I think stealing Christmas. We were just going to get all the stuff, weren't we?
Yeah.
I think that was the
Yeah.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go steal Christmas.
Yes, let's steal
Let's-
Christmas, says the Grinch as he gets back on the sleigh and ties Max to it again.
I want to get myself strapped to it instead. With Max, like a couple of reindeer.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. That's what everyone was doing before. There's already like ropes there ready for you.
Perfect.
And you are you all getting on the sleigh?
Well, I'm gonna
Yes.
help pull.
Okay.
I'll jump on it. Yeah.
Okay. You the Grinch pulls out the whip and cracks it over you and says, "Onward." And you all set off into the town of Whoville, and the town, the music has gone quiet. Like it was a pretty much a din before, but the town seems to be asleep as a little time passes, and you pull into Whoville, and the Grinch scouts out a house and looks at the chimney and starts climbing up into it. And he points to in your general direction. He says, "Bring the bag."
I want to wrap a piece of cloth around my mouth and then kick down the door with the with the bag.
Yeah, you
Bring the
open
bag.
up the front door. The Grinch is trying to cram himself into a chimney.
With his fingers out like a gun. This is a stick up. And he just walks in.
There's no one in the house, but there is a massive Christmas tree, fully adorned in Wuzzle Wuzz and Fuzzle Fuzz.
All right.
Hmm.
So, what are the physics of this world? Does it still obey cartoon logic, or are we gonna have to do this methodically?
It's a little cartoon logic.
Okay.
So we have a bag of holding, is what you're saying.
Mhm. Exactly. The Grinch, you hear him like get stuck in
When that song starts playing, Zero, like if Zero had hair on the back of their neck, it'd be
Okay.
Burp. Yeah, sorry I was late, but hey, it's already very fun and it just got here.
Entertaining as all hell.
It's pretty great.
Mr. Grinch. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. Thank you.
Always.
Okay. Yeah, so where were we? Your mean one, Mr. Grinch, starts playing, and the Grinch is the cartoon logic of this simulation fully kicks in. The Grinch is pulling down lights that are impossibly long and putting them into the bag, and this sound is playing. What are y'all doing?
Helping.
Yeah, I'm gonna say helping.
Yeah, Zero. If Zero was a dog, Zero's hair would be standing straight up because they don't. This is like against their programming to let people steal things, and they are. But they also like in their other logic part of their programming is like,
Oh.
but we have to do this to beat Q and save the ship. So they
Hmm.
don't do anything. They kind of just stand out of the way.
Yeah, I think Luana's also just kind of standing there, but instead of having like conflicting internal feelings, they're like, how the heck are these physics working? What the heck?
Meanwhile, Shorts T Circ is just all in on being a bandit, fake gun in hand, actual torch in hand, cutting down the tree, and just jamming everything into the bag. Yeehaw! Yippee ki Just stealing as much shit as he can.
As you stuff this tree into the bag, a little girl with little curled hair.
I throw her in the bag.
Oh my god. What the? No.
She's rubbing her eyes, and then you just grab her and just put her into the bag.
Shorts,
Okay.
go!
No. You can't do that.
We're
Oh,
not
no.
here.
I'm sorry.
That's
And he jumps into the
kidnapping.
bag to find her.
Yeah, you go in, and it seems, I don't know, the physics are weird. There's a tree, there's stuff in here, but she's just sitting there. She's just still wiping her eyes as like and blinking at you, and you can grab her and pull her back out of the bag. And she looks around and looks at the Grinch dressed up in full Santa Claus garb, and she says, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? And the Grinch looks to her and says, why, my sweet little tot? There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here. And I think that's probably a good place to take a break. So, as you have met little Cindy Lou Who.
Okay, we will be back here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Let everyone get a bio and stretches and all that good stuff. Prevent blood clots, as I like to say. Alrighty, everybody wave. We'll be back. transition. Okay, sorry. I was in studio mode, so things were being weird. Everybody's back. Hello, everyone. We are back. Welcome back to the streams, Lasers and Feelings, second half. I am here, your wonderful Velociraptor Cryptid Valdrinth, here to remind you that this is a charity stream benefiting Extra Lights and our Children's Miracle Network hospitals, personally benefiting BC Children's here in Vancouver, BC. If you would like to donate to the cause, we are $80 away from 1K, and it's the last game of the night. So I want y'all. I want to see that. I don't know. Tomorrow I will have a prize. Tomorrow I will wear a fake beard tomorrow if we reach 1K. I'm gonna have a beard tomorrow. I promise. So anyway, I will be in costume. I will cosplay for my last stream if we hit 1K tonight. So $80. You can type !! Extra Life in chat. That'll bring you to the donation page. You can donate directly there. If you can't donate directly to Extra Life, please subscribe to the channel, because if you sub to the channel, I will match that subscription with a $1 donation to Extra Life myself. So if you got that Twitch Prime, just hang in the fuck out, and it's not going anywhere, you can send it to me. It's going to a good cause. We're playing games to help heal kids. I've been at this since 5:30 this morning. I am tired. Please, Mal, continue your game.
All right. Yeah, so the commercial break ends and you have that little 15-second replay of Cindy Lou Who just like being told that, oh, this tree is, the light is out, and she seems to believe the Grinch, that he's here to fix the tree. And she says, are these your little elves? As she kind of gestures to all of you.
And
That
I
is a
say,
very dumb question, silly girl. I am a robot.
Now tell me, who are you? Who are you? Who?
Yeah, I am Who, Cindy Lou Who.
Okay, so that's good.
Who are you?
We're helping Santa with all of the repairs they need to make for the Christmas for tomorrow.
Heyo.
Okay. I hope I get lots of presents.
Me too. That would be really good for you. I hope you get all the presents that you could ever want.
Right, Mr. Grinch. I know you're fixing the tree, but you probably have a present in that bag.
Cindy says, who's Mr. Grinch? That's Santa Claus.
Mhm.
I meant Mr. Santa Claus.
The Grinch will go to Cindy Lou Who. He'll say, why don't you go back to bed, and I'll be back with this tree in the morning. As his like cartoonishly large mouth curls up in a smile.
All right.
Question for you. I know there's no longer a tree, but can I reach into the bag and pull like someone else's gift out of the bag for Cindy?
100%.
And I'm assuming that's a laser.
No, you can just do that. That's not a roll.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not gonna make you roll for
I'm
that.
gonna sneak away and hand it to her.
Okay. She will take it, and she'll look so excited, and she'll go and run like pitter patter her little feet over to the fireplace and set it down beside it, and she says, I'll open it in the morning. That's when you're
Aw.
supposed to open presents.
Yeah.
I don't understand this tradition of Christmas. I thought you were a very sweet girl and deserved a present.
Thank you.
My name is 010110. Just call me Zero.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
go
you
back
should-
to sleep.
Okay. Enjoy your present. Zero has no idea what it is.
And she will start just kind of going back to her room. And the Grinch is still like just moving things into this bag, and he says, "Okay, on to the next house."
Mm-hmm. Now
Uh,
tell me, Mr. Grinch, why did you want to lie to that girl? I thought you were trying to ruin everyone's Christmas and make it less happy. Why would you not expedite that process?
He here's the question. He ponders it. Roll for feelings.
What, 2 dice again?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 dice.
5 and a 6. That's 2 successes.
Okay, with 2 successes. Let me see. You do it really well. Okay. Uh he thinks for a second, and you see like this little animation of a heart on his chest, like pump just a little bit. And then he says, she would just get in my way. And then he like kind of huffs off, and
And what do I feel in that moment?
you feel regret.
Mhm.
You feel a kind of nurturing feeling.
Mhm. Cute.
Ensign Luana, I detected a aortic arrhythmia.
Oh, I don't think that's what that was. It's okay. It's okay. You're good.
I
You're all
can
right, sir.
assist. Zzz, zzz.
I'm not quite sure that's necessary at this moment, but I appreciate your offer of help.
Tootin. And he goes off to continue to steal more things. At this point, he's stealing like silverware.
Hmm. Yeah, and this continues on through the town of Whoville. And the bag, though it contains a lot more than what should fit in this bag is massive at this point. It takes up most of the sleigh. It's a good like 8 feet high. As you have now filled up the sleigh through a series of montages from the holodeck program. And you make your way out of Whoville back up to the mountains. And you look, and you get to the top, and you can see the town of Whoville as the sun starts cresting over the horizon. Time, and it's happening at about the pace I'm explaining it. Like the simulation kind of just speeds up through this little part here. And you now sit at the top of this mountain with the Grinch looking down at the town of Whoville, and Ensign Berkeley just says, "Oh, here it is. Wait, this is the best part of the movie." And you see the Who's all coming out of their homes to see that Christmas is gone. And you see little Cindy Lou Who go to where in the center of town there was a big tree that the Grinch stole, and she just starts singing that little Christmas song. And all the Who's of Whoville grab hands, form a circle, and they start singing. You know,
Can Zero join the circle?
yeah, absolutely.
As if this is their first time feeling human emotion.
yeah, causality and things like that don't make much sense in this place. So you just find yourself in the circle if you want to be. You move towards it and then you find yourself in Newville.
Yep. Pretty much. I'm
Mhm.
going towards the circles.
Yeah, so that song that you've been hearing in the background, the fa who forays, it just echoes through, and you hear the narration at this point of it, about how the song wasn't sad. This was, it sounded glad. And the Grinch is just sitting there in amazement. Um, and you see that little heart animation come up, and his heart grows one size bigger, and then another size bigger. And then it grows a little bit more as Christmas came.
Oh, sir, get that electroshock ready. This might be dangerous.
I believe our friend is about to die.
Yeah, I don't think that any physiology I've ever heard of supports hearts actually getting bigger inside their bodies.
And Berkeley says, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's all part of this world. It's okay.
Okay.
As he puts his hand on you, and he's just watching like with childlike amazement on his face. And as the Grinch puzzles, how could this be so? How could Christmas come? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he sees them singing, and he looks back at all of you, and his heart has grown, but that heart animation's not there anymore. And he looks back at you, and he says, "We have to give Christmas back to them."
We do. I agree. And now you see that it's not about the gifts or the lights or the trees. It's about the people that love each other coming together.
He cries as he goes and grabs the sleigh and loads the bag up one last time and rides down the hill. If you want to join him, you're welcome to.
Mhm.
You all
Uh,
ride. Go ahead.
While we're going in down the hill, can I take something from the bag?
Yeah, of course.
I want to steal something just for myself.
Okay.
Are there any teenagers in this place? Is anyone getting like a silly sword? I want to steal their silly sword.
What if it's a sheriff's badge?
Yes, I will steal this child's sheriff badge. Sheriff badge, a
Set
little
of-
cap gun.
Set of plastic guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
100%. Somebody was
Mhm,
getting
mhm.
a little sheriff's outfit. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, please tell me you take the child-sized vest as well and put that on. That way it's like super tiny on you.
Yeah, the one I had on was just like a cut up, like a safety vest meant to look like that he cut up to make it look like a cowboy vest. He now puts this one on instead.
And now you look like Woody from Toy Story.
Tootin', sure. All right, sorry for interrupting
that's-
you. I just
you're
wanted to steal
fine.
some cowboy shit.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was actually thinking about a joke to make, but wasn't sure how to make it land, so I just shut up.
That's just been me all night. Yeah, so you all make your way back into Whoville, and the Grinch in his Santa outfit starts giving the trees and the garland and the presents back. They join hands and sing. And the simulation doesn't end.
Hmm.
People make their way back to their homes and have their feasts. And the Grinch is there just contemplating Christmas.
Hey, Mr. Grinch, maybe this year you can actually work on forming more emotional attachments to people. That way you can get invited to some Christmas dinners and stuff next year. I think that would be really good for your well-being.
I recommend a cardiologist. You likely have cardiomegaly.
Says, I will do that. A cardio, what's it? For sure.
He pulls up the Wikipedia definition of it on his face.
And as the simulation is coming to an end, and you can see like the drive kind of fall away from him. He's now like thinking, he's like, you're not whose.
Was it
No.
the lack of a puffball on the top of our head that gave it away?
He looks at the top of your heads and he's like, I should have saw that. Who are you? What is this?
Well, I think we can answer that question if you would like to come with us for a few minutes. I think that we have some people that would love to meet you.
Little Cindy Lou Who comes pitter pattering out of her house with presents, like this giant, like almost sousaphone type instrument like attached to her that she's making noise with as she runs out. And she comes up and grabs the Grinch's hand and she says, thank you for bringing back Christmas, Mr. Grinch. And he just looks and he says, he looks very happy. He says, you're welcome, I guess. And he will look at you and he says, okay, I will come with you.
You should bring the bag now that it's empty. That might be useful to us.
Yes, based on calculations that he turns over to 0. With time dilation, I think it holds and just randomly throwing out numbers to you. Do you concur?
0 gives a thumbs up.
We're gonna make up a number later on, I think.
Mhm.
Well, actually, what 0 probably does is spit out a bunch of binary that just turns out to be binary for the word yes.
Mhm.
The ship really does have the most unhelpful.
Truly. Yeah, you go out. Cindy Lou Who has now become like attached to the Grinch. Like she won't let go of his hand and is just walking with him.
This could be a good development. And
Does she not have a mother?
The Grinch looks down and he's like, I'm pretty sure she does have a mother that you should be going back to. And she says, no, I'm staying with you. You brought Christmas to us.
My screen starts to flash and just like an Amber Alert starts to scroll. Child missing. Child.
I'm gonna tap my comm badge. Hey, Captain, we have a Grinch and a Cindy Lou Who here, and we were wondering if we should come up to the hollow or up to the bridge.
You get a like the comm clicks a little bit and he says, we're kind of indisposed, and just, and all you hear is, you will answer for your crimes, is in the background.
Mhm. Mhm.
I know how we defeat the Qs. The Qs. We need to get their heart to grow 2 sizes too big.
Yes.
I think
That's
this
how we kill our
child might-
enemies.
I think this child might be the key to that, because I definitely read a profound delineation from the Grinch's thought and emotion patterns when the child first interacted, and now he's a completely different being. So I think this child has superpowers.
Seems plausible.
Legit.
Should I stop searching for its mother?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we need the child.
He turns off the Amber Alert.
All right, let's I guess Jeffrey's tube up to the bridge.
Berkeley is standing in the archway. So do we want to stop the simulation or?
No.
No.
I'll leave it going.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we get some who's wandering around the ship, it'll be fine. They seem like really kind people.
Ooh, is the mayor's wife there? Or is this just the cartoon one?
This is just the cartoon one,
Damn.
not the Jim Carrey version. Mostly
For
because
the
I didn't
best.
have time to watch that in my schedule, so I just watched the 1966 one in prep for this. So
I suspected as much based on the fact that you had like exact lines from the movie.
oh yeah, it's easy to find a transcript of this movie. So yeah,
I mean, it doesn't even have that many words in it. Makes
No.
sense.
it's a 25-minute movie. Anyway, we're getting meta. Like we haven't been meta the whole game. But anyway. Yeah, you Jeffrey's too up to the bridge. And you open the hatch, and again, you are in this court, and the captain and some of the other like command crew are like in cages strung up, and like it's like on a screen, like Earth's like greatest tragedies are scrolling in front of them as Q sits up on a throne in her French Revolution garb. This seems to have been going on for a little while.
You
When we get
meet the cutest little Who this side of Whoville. Cindy Lou Who.
And she is hiding behind the Grinch and just looking out.
Sandy, this is your cue. Say, work your magic. Work your use your superpowers.
But it's a different kind of cue than that cue.
She just will start singing the Christmas song kind of like quietly.
Zero belts it, and this time it's on tune or in key. Words are hard. Basically, it's the correct pitches this time.
Q like gets annoyed at this and like snaps, and your mouth like seals shut. Oh, I hit my print. That was weird. Your mouth seals shut, Zero. And she'll say, what is all this? What is all this noise happening here? I'm in the middle of something very important.
While they're being distracted by my compatriots, can I try to quietly sneak around?
Yeah, you can. I'm not gonna
Cool.
make you roll for it. You can just sneak around.
I am grabbing the bag.
Okay.
So I assume that you're one of the cues that I've read about from Captain Picard's book journals that were translated into books for later purchase.
Yes, and who are you?
Nice to meet you. I am Luana Lavender, and I'm just curious about what you're doing here. Are you trying to blame people that are alive today for atrocities of the past?
Yes, that's kind of what the job description is.
Oh, that's a really bad argument, and like, you can do better.
But you have so much to answer for.
No, the people that were alive during those times with the traumas that they were suffering have a lot to answer for.
And either way, this is a lot of fun. Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried just torturing humans? It's wonderful.
You know, I haven't. But tell you what, if you give me your powers, I'll give it a shot.
Roll for feelings. I'm going to only give you one die for that.
One because or two.
You get one for that.
That's a 4. That's a success.
Okay. So you get one success. It's just like, oh, you want some of my powers. She will like touch your forehead, and for a moment you feel every feeling in the entire universe all at once.
Ow. 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 Ah, snap. I'm gonna try to send the Q away.
Can Zero react to Q causing their friend pain?
yeah.
Is there anything to throw at her or at them?
There is plenty to throw. There's like a banquet table with things like this isn't the you should be on the bridge, but this is like the Palace of
clearly-
Versailles.
Yeah, very clearly much more opulent than the bridge of our ship. Is there like a table knife?
There would not be a table knife because the French kings were notoriously paranoid about that. There are like forks and things.
You know what? Pointy enough. I am going to throw a fork at her and say, stick a fork in it and throw it.
Okay. What do you want to happen from this? What is your goal here?
Stop hurting my friend.
You stab a fork in her and she doesn't seem bothered by it. And like Lumana, like you snap and like it did something, but it seemed to like you feel the whole continuum like ripple for a second and then course correct. Like you're on an equal playing field with a god, and you feel like your body is like crumbling over with all this like burden of energy.
Too much. I feel everything. There's emotions I've never felt before.
Oh, is it too
It's
much for
kinda
the little
cool.
human?
I'm not human. You're racist.
No, you're right. That's on me. I apologize. And she'll pull the power back from you.
Ah, snap.
Can I be behind them now
Yeah.
with said bag? I just kind of look to, at this point, Marty, who's the least distracted. Thumbs up.
Do it.
Bag them.
Okay. When you take this holographic projection of a bag and put it over her, I'm gonna have both of you roll for lasers.
Okay.
Since you turned to Marty and Marty's on the lookout. So Marty and
One die, two
yeah,
dice?
just one die.
All
Well,
right.
actually, no, for Marty, 2 die. Because you are the expert.
Got a 6 and a 1.
Okay. That's 1 success. I think. Hold on, I forget
Yeah,
what
it should be
is.
good. I mean, I don't know that it could be anything else other than 1 success.
Yeah, it's 1. That's right. That would make sense.
I've got a 2, and I don't remember if lasers is under or over.
Lasers is under. So that is also a success.
Bitchin'.
This is moving matter into a holographic matrix of some kind. But cues aren't really matter, but it glitches enough that you see the console like come up on the bridge, Marty, and you manage to input some things, and you think you can move Q at least temporarily to the holodeck.
Oh,
Oh, wow, that's brilliant.
I just had an evil idea. Let's lock Q in our holodeck with the singing Who's forever.
Maybe they can take the Grinch's place. I believe he has earned this spot as ensign.
Okay, but the kid has to go back to their parents.
Why can't she be an ensign if she wants? She has
Well, first off,
superpowers.
Starfleet regulations require you to be at least an adult to even join the academy. So, like, the fact that she's like, I don't know, how old are you, kid?
She thinks, and she like just puts up one hand.
Acting
Okay,
ensign,
5.
then, like they did with Wheaton. I mean,
Crusher.
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 Yeah.
Well, I mean, was he really an acting ensign, or did his mom just not want him out of her sight?
Yes.
Yes.
Berkeley will also say yes.
But
Uh,
I want to make sure Cindy Lou Who's is safe. Can't we just make her acting ensign, and so I can keep my eyes on her?
Just for the sake of like getting consequences of actions that have happened, the whole like illusion of this being the Palace of Versailles drops. All the command crew are on the bridge, a little scuffed up and a little disoriented, but the captain's here.
Oh, great. Captain Darcy, what should we do with this tiny child?
He looks and he says, "What is it? Is this an alien situation? Did y'all have what is this?"
Holodeck simulation of
hold
an
on.
old movie.
Ensign Berkeley did a very good job so that we could learn the true meaning of Christmas.
Captain Darcy says, "Oh, okay. Well, he looks at her and he looks at the Grinch and he thinks, and Q shows back up on the deck, just this time in like a uniform, and says, "Well, that was fun. I'll see you next time, Captain." And she'll just like saluted him and disappear.
Right.
It
Okay.
wouldn't be that easy to trap her in the holodeck with singing Who's forever.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, I felt that power for just a second, and like, ooh, if one of them ever decided that all humans should actually die, all beings should die, I don't know that there's anything anyone could do to stop them.
Yeah, they're real annoying like that, says the captain.
But Captain, child, I think the child should be made an acting ensign if she wants.
Okay, you said holodeck accident, right?
We're not
Yeah.
really. Now the question is, how is this child still here?
Yeah, if the Q conundrum is over, why are the green one and the child? Why?
Simulations are not supposed to get out of the holodeck.
Oh, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. And the captain will pull like a book of regulations out from behind the chair and just flip through it and says, "Holodeck, holodeck, holodeck, here." And he says, "This is not the first time things have escaped from the holodeck. The first step is to determine if it is still sentient."
I would think that the first step would be to determine if we're still on the holodeck. You know, a program within a program kind of a thing.
can you
Computer,
feel pain
stop.
in the holodeck?
Are you real, Captain Darcy?
I'm 99% sure I'm real, but that has been put into question more than once today.
Computer and program.
The computer responds, "No program running."
Okay, I think we found our answer. We are not in the holodeck.
Wait, if Whoville, if there's no program running and Whoville's gone, and these two are still here, I think we have some new ensigns.
Roll for lasers. As somebody roll for lasers.
I got it.
I got a 6.
A 6. Okay, no.
Well, I rolled a 2, which is under my number.
Okay, that's a success. You're looking at the logs, and since maybe your query was unclear to stop the program on the bridge, there's nothing running here on the bridge. The holodeck is still running its simulation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I mean, I guess it just sounds like the simulation is over and we have these
Wait.
people here, right?
Wait. Computer, stop holodeck program.
Ensign Berkeley says, "Stop! No, don't do that. We don't know what'll happen if they go."
We don't know what happens if they stay.
Well, I'm pretty sure what happens if they stay is that the parents of Cindy Lou Who are probably going to be accused of murder and convicted.
We end the program and they still stay. If they're still here, then we have to determine what to do with them. But if we end the program and they disappear,
Well, the Grinch says, "Do we die if you stop whatever you're doing? Are we real? What's going
You-
on here?"
detect any actual, like, can you feel them?
Can I still feel them?
You can still feel them.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling really confused mostly.
Sentient then.
Definitely sentient.
Captain, I recommend we keep the holodeck running until we figure out what's going on.
Is this going to be a new base that we can go to? Should we build a Starfleet base in Whoville?
I was thinking a Starfleet choir in Whoville.
I mean, it seems like we can't just commit genocide and wipe out an entire race of people.
I believe we have done it before, but it does seem bad.
Captain Darcy just kind of laughs and says, "Well, you all have made first contact. I trust that you can handle this."
Now-
Welcome aboard the USS Raptor. And he goes to shake the hand of the Grinch and little Cindy Lou and says, "I'm Captain Darcy."
Okay. It seems like we're gonna have a lot of work, like introducing them to the future so we can have our holodeck back. Do we have enough crew quarters or guest quarters or anything to actually get all of these people moved out? The town's not very big. It's only about 20 to 30 people from what I could tell.
The Grinch says, "Can we not go back home? Is that not allowed?"
Well, you could go back home, for sure, but then we won't have a holodeck anymore, and that's kind of like all the recreation that we get.
What if we put them in the holodeck and fast forward?
To what point?
How long until sentient life no longer exists?
You want them to?
Well, they obviously procreate. I don't. It could be thousands upon thousands. It could be millions of years, and then there'll be even more of them. And like, oh gosh, that
Eventually,
is
they'll
a hard
develop
question.
nuclear weapons and
And then
that
it's a
could
coin
expedite
flip
things.
from there.
global warming and.
Then Dilu says, "Are you gonna hurt our families?"
No, you will
No,
likely
no,
do that
no, no.
yourselves.
Oh my god.
She just starts to cry.
Oh no, I have made mistake, error.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. It's okay, Cindy. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Says, "I want to
Uh,
go home."
All right, let's get you home then. Let's get you home.
So what would y'all like to do?
I would like to help escort them back to their home.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
The Grinch is
I-
as oh, go ahead.
Oh no, mine was gonna be a dumb joke. I was gonna say I wish to find a tiny French saber left behind by Q, just because I have one here. It's a letter opener.
It's honestly amazing. I love that.
It's adorable.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. As you're walking, the Grinch says, "So we're like some kind of story to you? Is that what's going on?"
It seems that way.
This isn't some Christmas magic or something like that. That would just be unbearable.
I think it's more sentient space god magic.
Well, we don't come from space.
Well, oddly enough, I am pretty sure everyone comes from space, in that all planets exist in space, whether that be outer space or the space between our synapses.
Inner space. Mm.
He looks at you and says, "Sure, okay," and just nods like he's agreeing, but like slightly like, okay. So you make your way back to the holodeck, and people are just living their lives in Little Whoville. Just a normal day. Well, it's
Yeah.
Christmas, so like they're having their Christmas day. It's loud. There's
You
lots
got
of
your
drums,
back.
lots of horns.
I'm gonna turn to the crew that I have with me here, and I'm gonna ask, like, okay, so we got these two back to Whoville. Should we like try to set up a emissary service, or like a way for them to experience the universe outside of here? Like, what do y'all think we should be doing with this town of sentient beings that now lives on our ship?
I mean, perhaps we save the program.
Would they still even be a program?
I don't know, but we could try saving the program and then copying it over to our other holodeck.
And then we can infect the Borg with them and give the Borg human emotions.
That is not where I was going with that, but I like it.
Yes, more emotions.
That could help.
It might.
It has only improved my life.
But you
And
know,
it's-
if we could test it on another holodeck, we could find out if you know if it was just a one-off, if this holodeck is a mess, or if it's. We should save and copy this program and try it out on maybe even on a whole nother starship.
I do kind of like that idea. And that way, every year, we get to check in with them and see how they're doing.
Yeah, if it works on another starship, we could end the program here and they could exist like, or we could put them somewhere like a star base.
Ooh. I mean,
Do we ha-
either way, we're probably going to have to contact the doctor from the Voyager about this because I know that they've been fighting for hologram rights for quite a while now, and I think having a new sentient race of holograms would definitely be something that he would want to know.
I'm sorry, Doctor Who exactly?
They just call him the doctor. I
Mm.
can't remember what the name was.
Does he have a
Um,
number designation?
I'm talking about the doctor from Voyager. I know he did give himself a name, but I can't remember what it was.
mixing TV reality. Sorry.
There's nothing that necessarily precludes.
True.
I mean, we've already crossed the streams. We've got a cult classic Christmas movie.
Mhm. Also, I started
So-
out with not the Federation that quickly became just the Federation. It's all good. The universe is like shaping before you.
So,
What-
do we have a spare USB? We
What
can
if this
save-
is a simulation all in and of itself? Simulationception.
That's what it is. I believe the doctor's name is Schweitzer.
Sure, I will take your word for it.
Um, Ensign Berkeley is happy to help you with whatever you decide to do. He says we can try and save the program. See if we can move them off of the ship. It might be dangerous for a whole town to be on the ship, I think.
Well, we're
Well-
stopping at a star base soon. We could try and transfer the program over to the star base
Mhm.
holodecks, but we might need Starfleet's permission to move a sentient race in this manner.
Mhm.
We can ask the captain.
Yes, we should ask the captain.
Boop, boop. Captain, can you reach out to the Starfleet base that we're going to be docking at? I believe it was Deep Space Nine. Can you reach out to them and see if they have any room in their holodecks for a program with sentient beings?
The captain comes back and he says, "Is this the ensigns who are told to deal with?" Oh, yeah, that's right. And he says, yeah. Commander Cisco owes me a favor anyway."
Boop, boop. Amazing. Thank you.
So are we in the hologram right now? Did we bring them back and like we're hanging out there?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
hanging out there. Mhm.
Cool. I'm fully pretending to eat, just taking food and pushing it into my face.
The holodeck is very intuitive about these kind of things and will replicate food as you are lifting it to your mouth to eat.
Mm.
Unless, well, no, you're a machine. You don't have a mouth. It wouldn't do it for you. It knows your personal preference in this matter.
But it does keep like changing the holographic simulation to make it look like there's bite marks taken out of it.
0. Would you like to partake?
No, you look ridiculous trying to eat food that you do not need to eat.
What kind of food do you have here? I just say to one of the Whovians, just like, what kind of food do you make? Like, can I?
Well, the Who says, well, those are Goo Goo Gums and those are Wums, and everything is vaguely kind of spherical and pastel colored.
Pink with purple.
How does it
polka
taste?
dots.
Depending on what piece you eat, some of it tastes savory, like almost umami, and then you pick up another one and it tastes like strawberries. And
Huh.
It-
Pink with purple polka dots tastes very savory with some spicy. Mm.
Marty, this one tastes like a loving mother's embrace.
Thank you. I've needed one of those for a long time.
At this point, you see Shorts just kind of like full, like the way the Grinch just kind of like defied physics after a while, just like fully like slithering through the food, just enjoying himself.
Hey Marty, do you think you can scan some of these foods to program them into the replicators? Because I think it would be really cool to be able to have a new form of cuisine.
I'm way ahead of you.
Awesome.
Food that just tastes like a mother's embrace. Beautiful.
you just have the tricorder open with
Yeah, it's just
everything.
scanning everything.
Mhm.
Like the computer already figured it all out, though, or else we wouldn't be tasting it.
That's true. That's true.
So,
But I think it's easy. Well, I don't know. Would it be easier to have a program figure it out than have the food replicators figure it out? Because I feel like all of the specific ingredients and everything would be much harder to replicate in real life.
possibly.
It seems we have fallen into a conundrum. The chicken or the program, what came first?
Oh, I think that's actually a dudgeon bird.
Tastes a lot like chicken, though.
It does taste a lot like chicken.
Ensign Berkeley will say there's actually a whole universe of food written by this Dr. Seuss guy. He just the most famous recipe of which is green eggs and ham, which some
Well-
people will compulsively avoid.
Wait, are the eggs green and the ham green?
Yes, according to the illustrations, yes, but I don't know
Okay.
how you get the eggs green. That seems maybe
I
it's
do
some sort
not
of
like
alien.
this green eggs and ham. I do not like it. Berkeley, I am. Berkeley, you are.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm more curious in how they make the ham green because I feel like with an egg, all you'd have to do is like puncture it with a syringe to stick some green food dye in there beforehand, then hold the hole shut, like, and shake the egg up really good, and then you could just like make it happen.
Have you done this before?
I haven't, but I feel like it would be pretty easy. Well, should we like talk to these people and see if any of them want to live in space?
They already do.
Well, yeah, we've discussed that, but I just like if we have a chance to sign up a new species to Starfleet, then would we be doing our duties if we didn't do that?
My
Would that
my
not go against-
concern. Go ahead.
Would that not go against protocol? They are not advanced enough to enlighten in this way.
I mean, they already know we exist. It's a little late.
Yeah, it's a
Worry about
little
the
late
Prime
for
Directive.
the Prime Directive.
However,
Besides, the Prime Directive,
Uh,
I'm not a huge fan of it.
can we alter this program while it's actually live? Because the problem is, like, the concern I have is what if someone were to change the program to create new things? like what if we wanted soldiers all of a sudden and we changed the program and we had a whole race of sentient soldiers? There's some ethical problems here if we can alter this
We
reality.
should definitely bar that from happening because I don't think it would be good for the ecosystem of the world.
No, it would be very bad and could become very tempting if we needed soldiers or spies or anything like that in the future.
I'm not. I mean, come on. I think you're being a little paranoid there. Section 34 is not real, okay?
Yeah, but you've been to Deep Space Nine before. You know that everybody on Deep Space Nine has access to the holodecks, which means that anybody could get in there and alter the program. It could be the Ferengi. It could be anybody.
If they're sentient, can their program be altered? Is the question.
That's what my question is. Yeah, can we alter the program and change what kind of sentient life exists in it?
Interesting question.
You're welcome.
Can
to
we
take a
do
look.
that now?
Yeah, I'd like
Let's
to
alter
try.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for lasers.
Okay.
Let's make it so their hair is no longer a puffball. That looks stupid.
And if I wanted to fail my lasers roll, since I am a 5, what would I be going for? A 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if we can fucking fail that. No, we got a 1.
Well.
Okay. Yeah, you see that the permissions are basically wide open on this program. Like, so you could ask the computer to just add whatever you wanted to.
We should wait. Do you tell us this?
No, I actually show it to you by creating something that I want to exist. So I have made just what should I make?
Something that would have feelings. That way I can see if the sentience tracks over.
Right. So I create the woman in the red dress from the Matrix.
Oh no. That could be dangerous.
He said feelings. Make a horse.
Okay. Roll an additional D6 for lasers. I want to see something.
Oh, this time it's a 6. So
okay.
Nice.
It doesn't create exactly what you want. It seems that there's some sort of exotic code from somewhere. You make a who is wearing a red dress. But it's a who woman.
Nice.
And can I feel those emotions?
You can.
Can I just say, I feel like we're in a Minions movie and the Who's have turned into minions and they dress up as things? Because that is the point in the stream that I feel like we just got to.
Oh, we're so far into just.
We're just
fuck around
throwing
and
all
find
the
out.
like movie
Yeah.
references and TV references and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to try and sneak into the console just next to Marty and make it so that everyone's wearing cowboy clothes while they're, distracted.
I think we have an ethical dilemma here in that we are basically gaslighting an entire species by immediately changing without any warning their environment on them.
I agree. I think that this is very unethical.
Mhm.
And I would suggest that we stop until we can get a hold of the EMH medical program, the doctor.
There needs to be some sort of safeguards put on this now.
I feel like he would be the one that would be able to take care of this situation best. Hold on.
I concur. Can I press enter to try and make everyone change their clothes to cowboy outfits?
Yeah, roll lasers.
See biz. All right, that's a 3. Another one.
Okay.
Second 3. Fuck yeah.
It happens. Yes, everyone wears cowboy hats. And it's a mixed reaction. The Grinch is definitely not happy about wearing a cowboy hat. Um, and he
Mm,
will approach you and says, what is this?
testing. Uh,
Captain Darcy, could you have the EMH doctor meet us at the station? This is becoming quite an ethical conundrum, and I think we need his expertise.
He says, the captain says, yeah, I can do that. I'll relay that. You can just ask the communications officer these kind of things from now on. I'm, busy.
Boop, boop. But I love hearing your voice. Sorry,
and then
sorry.
what are you busy with, Captain? Can we assist you?
He'll say, It's fine. Thank you for letting me know what's going on with the whole hologram situation. And taking that off my plate. I appreciate you all."
Very well. So you're not that busy, but you're too busy to help. I understand.
Captain Darcy out.
I'll make
And-
sure to reply to, I'll make sure to make requests to my direct supervisor from now on. Sorry about that.
You get left on red.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Makes sense.
Unless there's something you want to do, you actively want to like try right here, we'll just kind of time skip over to the station. That sound good? So yeah, we get it's been a few there's been some travel. You give your logs about what has happened on the with the hologram. So far they're adjusting fine. The hologram has remained stable. People are living their lives on the holodeck program. You get to Deep Space Nine and you dock, and this slender bald man will greet you, and he'll say, I was called here against my will. What do you need me to help with?
Oh, that's not good. You definitely should have been made aware of the situation, and I will reprimand my captain for that.
He says, oh no, I'm very aware of what's going on, but I'm very busy, so I'd like to get this over with as soon as we can.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, we just have some new sentient holographic life that kind of came from our crap, word disappear. Had holodeck.
We need to transfer that program to your
Yeah,
station.
I just was hoping that we could transfer it to you because you are, well, the expert on holographic life.
He says, that I am. And you said that these are sentient holographic projections?
Seems that way.
All right. Well, and he will say, well, show me to it and we'll see what we can do. And you lead him onto the ship, and he says, why is it always so cold? And as he gets on there, and it's still like this kind of winterscape on the holodeck. And
Are you familiar with the Earth movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
not really.
Well, it was a Christmas movie, which is a wintertime movie, which is why it's cold, I guess. I mean,
He will look at the console at the entrance of the holodeck and says, well, yes, we can transfer this program. It depends on what they all want to do. We can equip them all with mobile emitters. You can set up a colony. We can set them up with a large permanent emitter on some sort of exoplanet. They don't require food, water, so we can set them up however you would like us to.
Oh, more how they would like to be set up, I think.
Yeah, I think it's definitely up to them.
And have you made all of Whoville aware of the situation over this time?
I would
schedule?
hope so, right?
I would hope we would not be doing our jobs well if we did not.
Right. We would have had to have like town meetings and shit.
Yes.
Mhm.
So there's been a consensus. They have put it up to a vote, and they mostly want to just live their lives. They didn't ask to be brought here, and maybe eventually they would want to, but they want to just have their homes and live out their lives somewhere. So
And that's the mood.
if you
Take
can
them to an icy moon somewhere, and then they can always remain in the winter.
yeah, so they all love as a consensus, they love the idea of just be put somewhere they can live their lives, even have their own personal mobile emitters if they want to go off planet at some point. And that all seems to be an option from what the doctor has said.
Awesome.
All right, so we should do that. Let's
Mhm.
let's find an appropriate place that meets whatever criteria they have for where they'd like their home to be, that's safe, and drop them off.
You all spend some time, and you are all basically given lead on this, along with Ensign Berkeley, to set them up on their planet. And you know it takes some time to get them settled in and get the emitter set up, and it comes to the point where you have to transfer the program over to from your holodeck and transmit it down to the icy moon below. You've spent time to pick out a suitable spot. You think everything's good. Somebody's going to need to roll a lasers check. You will get 3 dice for this. I think Marty would be the one to get 3 dice. You are the engineering expert. You're prepared.
So I only fail this if I roll 3 6s.
That is correct.
All right, cool. Oh. We've dropped one on the floor. But no, I've got a 3, 4, and a 2.
Okay. That is a critical success.
And a laser feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no, you didn't.
No,
get
I had a 5.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is with 3 dice. That is a critical success. You set them up, and it's even better than you thought. The range is farther. Something about the ionizing in the atmosphere just brings the range of this holographic projection almost moon wide, so they can expand out. The program seems to be allowing for them to procreate in whatever sense that makes for them. Everything seems to be great. This is a wild success for you.
Fantastic.
Great job, Marty. You did
Well,
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just glad that they're going to be safe.
Yeah, same. Honestly, they have real emotions, and for anyone to just not acknowledge those feelings and I don't know, that's what life's about. It's all about the ways that we can help each other and make each other feel better.
Do we fear not the chances that they will turn violent? Like you said, they can simply replicate without the need for. It is okay.
Well, that's the reason that we got the doctor to consult on this.
Mhm.
That way they can not lock the code specifically, but make it more line up with how people actually learn and grow.
Yeah, basically what the doctor was able to do was to lock the overall parameters of the simulation, but they can still grow into a full civilization as is simulated, and it's, it may have limits. Don't know. You never could quite pinpoint the how that exotic code was going to affect them all. Only time will tell.
Do we ever figure out the origin of the code?
I'm going to say with your critical success and you're working on this, you know that this comes from whatever Q did.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Q is just going around snapping life into existence.
Sounds like a cue.
Mhm.
Would you all like to come back next year for another Christmas celebration?
If they will have us.
If they'll have us, I would love to. Yeah.
Cindy Lou comes up to you and hugs you all and says thank you, and she would love to have you, and so would most of the citizens. The Grinch has his little personal mobile minute. He says, "Take me with you."
Ensign Grinch, welcome.
Yeah, you can come with us. For sure. If that's what you want to do, we can probably set you up pretty nicely. You will be an emissary to your people. Of your people.
And your physical prowess will be extremely useful.
Look, I thought, I got the whole Christmas thing and that, everyone loves each other or something. But honestly, the singing is just way too much. It's way too often.
Okay.
And in fact, they've all started singing in celebration of their new home.
I understand. I have auditory processing issues as well, and sometimes things can just be way too much sometimes, and it's perfectly okay to need to get away from that. You can come.
He says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, he will join you back on the ship.
Awesome.
I know
Now,
you're a little.
how would-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm just going to say to the Grinch, how would you like to be able to go and help people the way that we've helped you? Because I might be able to convince one of our CEOs to give you a recommendation to Starfleet Academy.
He says, he has in his possession pieces of the panel that he ripped out several days earlier. He says, well, I get to work on these are quite interesting.
Oh, you
Oh.
could work on my engineering team.
Yeah, you'll probably actually be able to get some training from our good buddy Marty here.
As long as Max can come.
Maybe not to training, but Max can be on board in your quarters.
We have to get a mobile emitter dog collar for Max. Come on, please.
Yes, of
Little
course.
hollow dog running around the ship, please.
Yes,
That would be
I-
perfect.
I love it so
Or
much.
if we want to cross movie references again, just a collar from Up, so he can tell us that his name is Max and he loves us.
That would be great.
That would be great.
We should add Max to the Android only chat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
close enough.
He gets in for sure.
What's this Android only chat?
Yeah, what's this? Why haven't you told me about? Well, I guess it's not for me.
It's not for me either. I'm just curious.
Like,
We
what kind of stuff do y'all talk about?
Ensign Berkeley says, "You talk about me, don't you?"
yeah, how awesome you are at creating great adventures for your friends.
And how you're never going to not be or you will be not an ensign someday.
I'm gonna keep
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna keep putting in good words for you with the captain. And anyone who will listen to me tell the great stories of Ensign Berkeley.
Coming in the next poker game, right?
Yes, yes, I am. And he wipes the
Okay.
tear from his eyes.
Don't worry, we'll take all of your gold pressed platinum.
It's okay, you can have mine. We'll play on a team.
Yes, my poker face is quite phenomenal as well. And he just turns off his screen.
I was gonna say, is it just a hand of poker cards on his face?
Oh god, it's just the cards he has, but facing outward like an idiot.
It's reflected off the
Yeah.
screen. Like
Yes.
Yeah, turning it off, you can just see the reflection of the cards in it.
Mhm.
you know, Ensign Grinch has a illustrious career in Starfleet, eventually joining the Maquis, but that's neither here nor there.
Nothing
Max
wrong
turns-
with that.
Max turns out to be quite the diplomat, and is actually quite smart in his own right. And maybe was the brains behind the Grinch's whole operation to begin with, but
Did he make the
Amazing.
bag of holding?
it seems so.
Max
Great.
is the true villain. I should have known all along.
No, Max is just a good boy who wanted to help out the person.
Yeah,
Sure, I suppose you could see it that way.
no, he's a genius. He's not an evil genius. He is a genius.
Sometimes the lines blur.
Yeah, especially when you're
True.
the best friend you love is kind of a little evil or maybe just a little bitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like dark chocolate.
So you all taught the Grinch the meaning of Christmas, saved a new civilization of holographic beings, and rode off to the second star to the left. And I think I don't really have anything. I think that's where we're gonna end. This was a ton of fun.
That was
I-
wonderful.
It was great, y'all.
This was
Thanks, Mel.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining in and being red shirts in an unfamiliar environment. This was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a rootin' tootin' good time.
Oh, well, okay. I was sitting here, didn't realize that we were ending, and I heard we're gonna end, and I looked at the subtitles, and I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Congratulations on ending day 2 of the Extra Life Marathon. We have raised a total of $945.24. Thanks for everyone for coming and showing up. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we are having our daylight saving time today. I think we're still coming in at 8. Arnica had a family emergency this morning, but she has not told me otherwise as to why we wouldn't be going live. If that doesn't happen, please just keep an eye out on my Twitter at Valdrinth, and it'll let you know. That being said, for the rest of you who are here, where can we find you on the internet? What's your jam and what you doing? And since Ollie came in late, we'll just start with Ollie, and we'll go and I'll prompt y'all. So go ahead, Ollie.
Hi, y'all. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Cryptid Delta. And I guess maybe Mastodon in the near future. I have no fucking idea what that even is, but like, who knows? But on YouTube, you can find Delta Cryptid Productions, where anything that I do, we put up there. Right now, there is an ongoing D&D 5e actual play podcast, in which I am the pirate captain of a truly unruly crew in a post-apocalyptic sand world where we use flying boats, and it's a hoot.
Nice. Cool. Crimson, where can we find you?
Hey y'all again. It's been Crimson Galaxy, Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. You can find me on Twitter at sin_gal, as well as I'll just do one plug today. Tomorrow we should be returning after over a month off with our Call of the Netherdeep campaign over on twitch.tv/Fool's Moon EI at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
All right. Bolt, where can we find you?
You can find me at Twitter, Boltorian _. And I'm also on Twitch Monday through Friday from 9 to like 1 usually.
You also I don't know, play D&D at another channel or something
I
with
do.
somebody.
I do play D&D with you every other week on Nat One Heroes.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Nash, where can we find you, friend?
Hi, I'm Nash. You can find me in all the places at Theater Nerd 221. That's probably the best place because I'm not doing anything other than this right now. Because burnout is real, y'all. Take care of yourself.
It's fucking real. Take care of yourself, please. All right, and last but not least, our illustrious storyteller, Mal.
Hi everybody. I'm Archangelic. You can find me. In fact, you can find me tomorrow night at 7:30 Pacific, streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Archangelic, running my D&D game, The Era of the Dragons. We are picking up after a little bit of a hiatus, so come join us. Should be fun. And that's basically all I do on the internet. You can find me on Twitter.
That's
at
enough.
Archangelic. Yeah.
Right, that's enough. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and raid our friends over at Dork Tales. They're also running their own Extra Life campaign. I think they're doing the 24-hour one, but they're playing some Cyberpunk Red right now. So we'll go ahead and wave goodbye. See you later. We love you. No, go ahead. Well, there you go. Wave. Wow, blow kisses. Yeah. All right. Cool. And we're raiding.